I'd like to welcome everyone to the 2022 Commencement Ceremony of Oklahoma State University Institute of Technology for the spring semester. Please remain standing for our national anthem that will be sung by natural gas compression faculty member Dr. Pete Brown.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave in the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wasn't he in good voice tonight? Let's give him another round of applause for that. That was excellent. You may please be seated. And I do want to formally thank Dr. Brown for opening our ceremony with a wonderful tribute to our great nation. This is a proud day on campus here at OSUIT, and I'm grateful to each of you for being here to help us celebrate and recognize the achievements of the members of the 221st graduating class of our campus. Before me is a very accomplished group of students. We have 255 students who are eligible for graduation today, and of those, 69% are graduating with honors. Yes, they've been hitting the books. Let me break that down for you. Of the 69%, that means 98 are graduating what we call cum laude. That's an overall grade point average between 3.0 and 3.49. 53 are graduating with a little bit higher grade point average. We call that magna cum laude, grade point average of 3.5 to 3.79. And 25, I'm proud to tell you, are graduating summa cum laude. That's a grade point average of 3.8 or above. Let's give all of those graduates a nice round of applause. You will also recognize the graduating members of our International Scholarship Society, known as Phi Theta Kappa, by the gold stoles that they are wearing across their shoulders. Folks, such academic honors do not come easily, and they deserve our recognition. I am so proud of each and every one of our graduates that is accomplishing this in their life today. And again, we're going to do a lot of applause here before the day's over. Let's give all of our graduates a nice round of applause. This is a special part of our graduation ceremony. We are considered a military-friendly institution, and we also take great pride in honoring our veterans. And we recognize our graduating veterans today. You'll recognize them by the red, white, and blue cords that they have across their shoulders. But I want to do something special. All the veterans that are here today, not just graduates, but all the veterans, could we ask all of you to stand so we can see where you are and recognize you and thank you for your sacrifice that you've given to our nation. No one could be more welcome on this campus than veterans. There are a few special people that I would like to introduce also at this time. First, from the state legislature, we're honored to have District 24 Representative Logan Phillips in attendance. Right here, let's give him a round of applause. Thank you for being here to help us recognize our graduates. Now I would like to introduce the members of my senior administrative team. I appreciate their dedicated service to OSUIT, and I know that I could not operate the institution without their efforts. So please help me welcoming each of them. First, Dr. Ina Agnew is the Vice President of Student Services. On stage with me, Jim Smith is the Vice President of Fiscal Services. And also on stage is Dr. Lisa Weiss, who's the Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs. Now, our student speaker will be more formally introduced in just a moment, but I'd like to ask Patricia Baird to please stand and be recognized at this time. Thank you, Patricia. We're looking forward to your comments. We have three outstanding employees with us today who have recently received recognition for their exemplary performance, and it's my special honor to introduce them at this time. First on my list is the Regents Distinguished Teaching Award winner for 2021-22. She's in attendance today, and it is college preparatory instructor Susie Malden. And I'm going to read the other names. I don't know if they're here or not, but we also have the Outstanding Faculty Award winner as selected by the OSUIT Faculty Staff Association, electrical instructor Heath Moscow. Is Heath with us today? Don't see him today. And finally, the winner of the OSUIT Faculty Staff Association 2021 Outstanding Professional Staff Award, the Director of Nursing, Jody Campbell. I know she's here. Thank you all for your hard work and the dedication that you give to this institution. It is now my privilege to introduce our commencement speaker, Dr. Trey Hill. Dr. Hill currently serves as the Dean of the School of Arts, Sciences, and Health, and has previously served as the Assistant Dean in that same school. Before joining OSUIT, he served as an Associate Professor and Psychology Department Chair at Fort Hays State University. For 7 years, he taught research methods, statistics, and psychology courses to undergraduate and graduate students. Dr. Hill has served as the president of the Southwestern Psychological Association and later the organization's chief information officer. Dr. Hill is an avid researcher, having published numerous peer-reviewed articles in experimental psychology and judgment and decision-making. He has been published in academic leadership journals and is on the second edition of a co-authored cognitive psychology textbook. Dr. Hill received his PhD in cognitive psychology from Kansas State University, a Master of Science in experimental psychology from the University of Louisiana, and a Bachelor of Science in psychology from Oklahoma State University. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the microphone Dr. Trey Hill.
Those introductions, I don't know about y'all, but they always make me feel a little uneasy. It makes me feel way more important than I am. I think somebody got login access to the website and changed all that. So I don't think any of it's really me. Like most people in this room, I have days that I remember of my life that I think were formative. They changed they changed my future. And one of those days that I'd like to talk a little bit about today is Tuesday, December 17th, 2019. On that afternoon, I made a phone call. I sent an email, locked up my office at Fort Hays State, and walked out to my car. And I'm not ashamed to say when I got in my car and was kind of out of the sight of everybody, I really broke down in tears. And you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, did you just get a phone call and you got fired? And it wasn't anything like that. In fact, it was quite the opposite. The nature of the phone call was actually that I had just accepted a position to be an assistant dean here at OSUIT. It was crying out of jubilation, out of relief, out of joy, all those things, and for a lot of reasons. But primarily, I was coming home, and that was really important to me. As a graduate of OSU Stillwater, I was, of course, elated. I got to wear all my orange stuff, and that was really exciting to me. I could wear it any day I wanted, and my previous employer kind of frowned upon that. I don't know why. They were black and orange. No, black and yellow, that's probably why. But being closer to family was also really important. We had a 1.5-year-old at the time, and I needed him to be close to my parents. But honestly, more than that, I think the reason that I had such an emotional reaction was partly because of who I am as a person. So who am I? You just heard a really quick bio. Half of it I don't think was probably true, but who I really am, I'm a husband. There are probably plenty of people in here like that. I'm a father, I'm a son, a brother, I'm a psychologist, a college administrator, but at my core, I am an Oklahoman. That is something that is deep within my soul, right or wrong, that's who I am. And I saw the opportunity to come back here and have an impact because I thought that this university, specifically OSUIT, was doing things that were phenomenal and transformative to the lives of people in Northeast Oklahoma, throughout the state and throughout the region. And I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to be a part of something special. And I still believe that I get to be a part of that. So graduates, I'm honored to have the chance to speak to you today. I'll make this as quick as possible. I won't speak very long, I promise. I'm going to let the student respondents speak here pretty soon, let you get your graduation covers, your pictures taken, move your tassels from right to left, and get on with your lives. Go celebrate with your friends and families. Sound good? Okay, so let's move on. So graduation speeches the world over usually conjure up images of famous people. People like Rosa Parks, Abraham Lincoln, Rosalind Franklin, people like that. Those names immediately resonate with us. Each name elicits in our minds the grand ideals and generational accomplishments of the individual being recalled. And those accomplishments, by the way, should be heralded. They should be commemorated in graduation speech after graduation speech the world over. I think that's perfectly great. But I do worry sometimes that when we frame our students' commencements around these great individuals through speeches like the one I'm giving right now, that we're focusing on this narrow framing of what a successful, educated person is. That the true measure somehow of being successful should be to be immortalized in fame, to be rich, to have buildings named after you. And I want to emphasize here, there's nothing wrong with that. If anyone in this room, any of the graduates, any of the people in the audience seek that and an accomplishment, I commend you on it. But I think there are other ways to frame success. For instance, what if you just help people? Every single one of the people I just mentioned, Abraham Lincoln, Rosalind Franklin, Rosa Parks, go down the list, they all helped people. In fact, they became famous primarily because they helped people. But the question is, how many people? Think about it for yourself. How many people do you need to help to become a successful person, to have an impact in the world? Do you need to help 100? What about 20? What about 10? What about the idea of just instilling a sense of importance in education and generational impact on your own family? Does that make you a successful person? So really what I'm talking about, graduates, is this idea that you can have generational impact, that you can have a change in the entire culture of you, your family, that you can become empowered, and that starts with the thing that you've done and that we're graduating and congratulating on you tonight. So if there is one name that I really want you to remember tonight, it's not Abraham Lincoln or Rosalind Franklin or Rosa Parks or Martin Luther King Jr. or anything like that, and it's certainly not my name. But there is one name I want you to remember, and that name is Georgie Miller. My guess is that you've probably never heard the name Georgie Miller. She isn't going to show up in your history books. She's not going to have highways or buildings named in her honor. But I think people like Georgie Miller are equally valid examples of what it means to be a successful, educated person. And because of that, and because of this group, I think it's worth telling her story. So Georgie Miller, in case you didn't know, Grew up in the mountains outside Lawton, Oklahoma. For those out of state, those are probably large hills, but we call them mountains. She was impoverished in a way that is really difficult, I think, for people to understand this far removed from the Great Depression. But she was tough and she was smart, and perhaps most importantly, she was stubborn. And because of that, she looked around at her situation in life and she decided, you know what, this is not what I want. I want to change it. So she worked hard. She worked doing manual labor at farms all across southwest Oklahoma, and she earned enough money to pay for a nursing program in Clinton, Oklahoma, and she completed it. She saw an opportunity, she worked hard, and she took it, and her life was changed because of it. She persevered. Does this sound familiar to anyone? This basic concept of trials and tribulations, hard work, dedication, meeting an opportunity, and then taking it on. My guess is I could share that, and most of the people in this room are going to have some version of that for themselves. They're going to think, you know, that reminds me of my time when I was in school, or that reminds me of this particular challenge that I faced head on. Now, shifting gears a little bit, my guess is no one in this room would be surprised if I told you that I love to read. Probably nobody in this room. I'm a college professor, I'm a college administrator. It's probably one of my top 5 things to do, right? But I promise you I'm not going to bore you with my top 10 books, unless you're interested. Is anybody interested? No takers? Okay. So we're not going to do that. But what I do want to share with you is one really interesting book that I just read called The Innovative University. So in this book, the authors, Clayton Christensen and Henry Eyring, basically go over the history of higher education, which again, if you're worried that I'm going to tell you about that, I'm not, I assure you. But they start the book by talking about the original mission of college, specifically public education. The idea that it's really there to help, bring people up, to create a sense of empowerment, to create an opportunity for people, and this wild notion that public education is there for the public. But what they also allude to later in the book is that at some point over the last 50 years, higher education has sort of lost its way. And this belief, by the way, is shared by basically everyone. I mean, it's pretty widespread. And if you need evidence, the great digital bulletin board of our age, Google, will tell you that. So if you, for instance, were to do something as simple as type in higher education is and see what auto-completes and comes up, you might be surprised. But a few options here that I'll share with you. Higher education is overrated. That's one. And my personal favorite, higher education is drowning in BS. And the BS is not Bachelor of Science degrees. They're actual responses, I promise. I checked last night. If you do even a little bit of research on this, you'll find that there's this cloud of cynicism about higher education, what we do, what we stand for, the value of it, and it's pervasive. But I do want to kind of refocus this, because referring back to the book, the primary thesis is that there's an optimism here. What they actually did is they went out in the world and they found universities that they believed were innovative, hence the title. And those innovative universities basically had a series of characteristics that I really just want to share with you all here. So convenience. Convenience in the offering of flexible courses, hybrid, online, blended, so that a student could go out in the world, work a full day, come back home and learn calculus on their laptop. Accessibility through low-cost tuition, and because the faculty that are teaching the students are from the communities and see a reflection of themselves in the students they're teaching. There's a connection there. Practicality in the types of degrees offered, with a focus on career and advancement. And efficiency in everything operational within a university. So we are looking at everything we can to basically make the university run smoother. Contribution margin analysis, a return on investment for recruiting activities, and a trimester system, a true one, that allows students to get through programs faster and get out into the workforce. Clayton Christensen and Henry Eyring, the authors of the book, did a great job finding a lot of universities. And I could probably tell you some, and you might recognize them. BYU, Idaho, you might recognize that. Arizona State was another one. And if I have one quibble with their book, it's that they didn't take the time to fly into Tulsa International and take Highway 75 down to Okmulgee, because there they would have found the innovative university in the state of Oklahoma, which is why I came here. Because every single example that I just read you wasn't from their book. The facets were, but those are actual things that this university does on a daily basis to make your experience as students that much better. I want to come back really quick to the story of Georgie Miller. I kind of feel like I left you hanging. So, after finishing her nursing career of nearly 50 years, caring for people, helping them from small town to small town throughout southwest Oklahoma, she decided to retire. I think she was probably encouraged by her family. She lived a full life, and she took something that was out of her control, her circumstances, and created her own independence from it. And again, it was all just through education, through hard work, and looking at this opportunity. And after finishing her career, she was able to sit back and enjoy the fruits of a lifetime of work, something that I hope we all get the chance to do. She retired and moved out to the country to be with her sons and her family. And she got to wake up every morning, look out across beautiful farmland, and sip coffee, and just kind of reflect on her life. And then one evening, she ate dinner, laid on her couch, and peacefully passed away, having accumulated a life that, quite frankly, no one, including her, probably thought she would, simply because of the opportunity that she took and had and the hard work that she put forth. Now, her family probably still remembers her fondly through the stories they share and the mementos that kind of spark memories. Mementos like graduation robes that she bought for her grandson when he completed his doctorate. And ladies and gentlemen, those graduation robes are on stage tonight. They're right here. You see, I never called her Georgie, I just knew her as Granny. And she is the primary reason that I developed a lifelong love of reading and learning. And that, graduates, is what I'm talking about when I'm speaking about generational impact. In education, the education recognized here tonight doesn't stop with you. It has trickle-down effects for generations, and what you've accomplished here, whether you realize it or not, is much bigger than yourself. There are numerous people in this room who are basically the same as my granny. That's kind of weird to think about, but fundamentally, right, you've persevered, you've accomplished something tonight. You're going to go out into your communities, and you're going to have an impact. You're going to have generational impact on your families and your communities, and that's something to be proud of. And to close, graduates, I think back to that random December day in 2019, and I'm happy I made that call. I'm happy I get a chance to work here at OSUIT and to have impact on the lives of people. But I've got to be honest with you, I'm a little envious. And the reason is I'm envious of you, because although I get to work here, I don't get the chance to call this place my alma mater. And that's something you get to do. No matter what happens the rest of your life, there is a permanence to what you've accomplished here. As of tonight, you're all college graduates, and I am proud of each and every one of you. Thank you for giving this opportunity to speak. And one last thing, because I'm contractually obligated to say it, go Pokes.
Thank you, Dr. Hill, for your thoughtful contribution to today's ceremony. We are so grateful for your message and insight. It is now my privilege to introduce our student respondent, Patricia Baer. Tricia Baer of Henrietta is graduating from OSUIT School of Arts, Sciences, and Health with an Associate's of Applied Science in Culinary Arts. She received the ORA Hospitality Association Award 2 years in a row, the Women for OSU Scholarship, was named the 2021 Newman Civic Fellow and is a member of the National Society of Leadership and Success. After graduating, Patricia plans to continue her education and pursue a bachelor's degree in business management, which will help her open and manage a gourmet restaurant one day. Please join me in welcoming Patricia to the podium.
Good evening, everyone. Like Ms. Wise said, I'm Tricia Bear, and I'm graduating today from OSUIT with 2 associate degrees, one in culinary and one in baking. It's truly an honor to be given the opportunity to do the student respondent speech. I want to thank my family, friends, chefs, and OSUIT staff for believing in my abilities and guiding me in the right direction so I can reach my educational goals. I'm 53 years old, and I served in the military for 21 years, 4 years in the Marine Corps, and 17 years in the Army National Guard on active duty with the 2nd and 142nd Field Artillery, the 39th Infantry Brigade Combat Team, and Fort Chaffee Maneuver Training Center. I was a Sergeant First Class and deployed to Baghdad, Iraq in 2008 and worked in the Base Defense Operations Center, where I prepared briefings for the base commander and conducted radio checks with all of the checkpoints in our area of operation. My military experience taught me the value of hard work and was a great learning experience about how our training helped prepare us for war and why freedom is so important. In Iraq, we lived in tents for 2 months, and then we lived in 2-man trailers called chews. We lived in the trailers for 7 months in Iraq. My 7 job specialties in the military were admin, supply, radio, logistics, transportation, readiness NCO, and ammunition supervisor. Normally, a soldier has 1, maybe 2 MOSs, but I like to learn, so I have 7 MOSs. My deployment to Iraq included 1 rocket attack, where the enemy launched 4 rockets at Camp Victory, Iraq. A soldier's job was to shoot the rockets out of the sky. However, due to a computer glitch, he missed all 4 rockets, which landed next door to the building I worked in and struck the foreign soldiers' barracks. Several years after my deployment to Iraq, I would still look up at the sky. I was still looking for rockets to fall out of the sky, which increased my fear and my anxiety. That was my wake-up call. That made me change my perception about life. So now when I look up at the sky, I see hope, I count my blessings, and I use my Marine sheer determination to overcome any challenge so that I never take life or freedom for granted. I'm a member of the OSUIT Future Chefs Association, the PTK Honor Society, the Veteran Service Officer for VFW Post 539 in Henrietta, and a Mission 22 ambassador. Mission 22 is a national organization that is united in the war against veteran suicide. It was developed to increase the awareness of veteran suicide, which is currently 22 soldiers a day, and our mission is to diminish the very high veteran suicide rates. Mission 22 has designed several mental training programs such as honoring our warrior spirit, rock climbing, equine horse therapy, and service dog training to help soldiers cope with the effects of military stress, as well as teaching coping skills for soldiers who served in the combat zones. I wrote a song about soldiers called March On Soldiers and designed a picture montage video called The American Spirit to encourage all soldiers and everyone else to never give up hope, which is on my website, theamericansoldier.org. The Mission 22 National Memorial will open in Broken Arrow on June 11th of 2022. As a volunteer veteran service officer, I help with the VFW Feed the Vets program, facilitate the Family Freedom Festival, and complete VA benefit paperwork for veterans and their dependents. I'm also a member of the Disabled American Veterans because in 2016, during a meniscus tear surgery on my left knee, the VA surgeon cut my femoral artery in half for 4 days, and Dr. Dooley at OSU Medical Center found their error and was able to save my leg and my life. Most people that have their femoral artery cut may only last 5 minutes. But I lasted 4 days. The result of that accident was permanent neuropathy, or nerve damage in my leg. So I couldn't walk for 4 months, and after 2 years in rehabilitation and agonizing pain, I found the courage to attend the OSUIT culinary program. That accident gave me a compassion for helping people deal with pain and not let pain or my disabilities rule my life. The talented and patient chefs at OSUIT helped me by believing in my abilities and encouraged me to keep moving forward every day. Thank you, chefs, for your words of encouragement and inspiring me to never give up on my goal of becoming a chef. After I graduate college, I plan on teaching cooking classes online in hopes of inspiring others to attend the OSUIT culinary program. I've been married 22 years to John, and only after attending the culinary program has my husband finally asked for seconds of my cooking. So the culinary program does work. In 2019, I won first place as assistant chef to Mark Guinos in the Oklahoma Restaurant Association culinary competition in Oklahoma City. In 2021, I was the OSUIT recipient of the Newman Civic Fellowship Award, where I was given the opportunity to network with other colleges all over the United States about community service and how we can make a difference by being community leaders. I encourage all of the students to find a way to support your community because each of you have the exceptional ability to impact others with your sheer determination, work ethics, and dedication to charitable efforts. I'm proud of all of you for keeping your priorities in order and devoting your time to studying and learning all you can about your new profession. I encourage all students to work on community service, which will give you a great understanding of compassion and leadership within your community. Even if you can't help financially, you can help by devoting some free time to helping Pete's Pantry, helping other OSUIT programs, or finding other organizations within your community, such as churches or women's shelters, to sponsor. The kindest people are not born that way. They are made through life's challenges. They are the souls that have experienced heartache and joy at the hands of life. They are the mentors who have dug themselves out of their darkest hours. They are the courageous leaders who have fought to turn every loss into a lesson. They choose to believe in philanthropy because they have seen firsthand why compassion is so important in changing the path of a life. A quote by Natalie Portman states that our generation has the ability and the responsibility to make our fast-paced world a more hopeful, stable, and peaceful place. Semper Fidelis is the Marine Corps motto that means always faithful, And just like OSUIT's motto, be the one they call, we set the example as great leaders in our profession. We can make a difference, and I wish all of you the best of luck. Thank you for allowing me to share my life and college journey with you all tonight.
Thank you. Thank you, Patricia, and congratulations on your degrees. At this time, I would like to ask that all candidates for graduation please rise. President Pack, on behalf of the faculty of OSUIT, I am pleased to inform you that these candidates have completed the requirements prescribed by the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education for the degrees of Associates in Applied Science, Bachelors of Technology, and Associate in Science. Consequently, I hereby recommend to you that their degrees be conferred.
By the authority vested in me by the OSU A&M Board of Regents, it is my distinct privilege as president of Oklahoma State University Institute of Technology to confer upon each of you the degree for which you have been recommended, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Family and friends of the graduates, we recognize the excitement of this moment and invite you to applaud and take photos of your graduates as their names are announced and as they walk across the stage. During the presentation of the diplomas, here on center stage, a professional photographer will be taking pictures. An opportunity to place orders for those photos will be available. Graduates, we will begin the presentation of diplomas and ask that you wait for your usher to escort you one row at a time to your right. You will follow the usher, have your photo taken, proceed to the announcer, and wait for your name to be read. Once your name is read, you will come to center stage, stand on the spot marked with an X, and be photographed. Exit the stage to your right and return to your seat. As you are moving through the process, please be mindful of your space to avoid crowding. Graduation in the front row, please remain standing. All others may have a seat at this time. Graduates of Oklahoma State Institute for Technology, we will now begin your graduation walk. Everyone, please recognize the accomplishment of all of our graduates. The last graduate is just as important as the first, and we ask for your full attention in celebrating each graduate's success, and thank you for your participation.
Representing the School of Arts, Sciences, and Health, Assistant Dean Dr. Heather Ortiz. Harry Ocampo Perez, Bachelor of Technology, Applied Technical Leadership. Bradley Schrum, Bachelor of Technology, Applied Technical Leadership. Charles Michael Tucker, Bachelor of Technology, Applied Technical Leadership. Chad Allen Wolf, Bachelor of Technology, Applied Technical Leadership. Madison Atwood, Associate in Science, Allied Health Sciences. Brandy Bennett, Associate in Science, Allied Health Sciences. Go ahead. Michelle Bonham, Associate in Science, Allied Health Sciences. Bristina Cheyenne Colbert, Associate in Science, Allied Health Sciences. Lindsay Crawley, Associate in Science, Allied Health Sciences. Bailey Gaither, Associate in Science, Allied Health Sciences. Go ahead. Karen Herrick, Associate in Science, Allied Health Sciences. Braylon Huffman, Associate in Science, Allied Health Sciences. Jocelyn Lorette, Associate in Science, Allied Health Sciences. Student Respondent, Patricia May Bear, Associate in Applied Science and Culinary Arts, and our outstanding graduate. Micah Lowe, Associate in Science, Allied Health Sciences. Haley Royce, Associate in Science, Allied Health Sciences. Cece Ryder, Associate in Science, Allied Health Sciences. Samantha Shaw, Associate in Science, Allied Health Sciences. Gara Stidham, Associate in Science, Allied Health Sciences. Melody Threlkill, Associate in Science, Allied Health Sciences. Janeth Ujoo, Associate in Science, Allied Health Sciences. Larissa Upton, Associate in Science, Allied Health Sciences. Emily Wallace, Associate in Science, Allied Health Sciences. Cassandra Page Winslow, Associate in Science, Allied Health Sciences. Josie Yates, Associate in Science, Allied Health Sciences. Sydney Lauren Bean, Associate in Science, Business, and our outstanding graduate. Lance Ryan Salter, Associate in Science and Business. Quinton Story, Associate in Science, Business. Carrie Brownfield, Program Support Strategist, Associate in Science, Pre-Professional Studies, outstanding graduate, and beloved employee. Courtney Hansen, Associate in Science, Pre-Professional Studies. Go ahead, honey. Sabrina Mason, Associate in Science, Pre-Professional Studies. Zyla Shackelford, Associate in Science, Pre-Professional Studies. Selena Talamontes, Associate in Science, Pre-Professional Studies. Clarence Ray Reinhardt, Associate in Applied Science. Applied Technology, Business and Digital Technologies, and Truck Technician faculty. Michaela Victoria Eschman, Associate in Applied Science, Culinary Arts. Sierra Teodora Hernandez, Associate in Applied Science, Culinary Arts. Wyatt Stephen Jones, Associate in Applied Science, Culinary Arts. Brooklyn Mauser, Associate in Applied Science, Culinary Arts. Hayla Barron, Associate in Applied Science Nursing, Associate in Science, Allied Health Sciences. Tiara Burns, Associate in Applied Science in Nursing, Excellence in Nursing, and Academic Excellence in Nursing. Ashley Denise Collette, Associate in Applied Science Nursing. Sarah Lynn Donnelly, Associate in Applied Science Nursing. April Frunk, Associate in Applied Science Nursing. Kaden Haddock, Associate in Applied Science Nursing. Cheryl Harris, Associate in Applied Science Nursing. Sarah Nicole Hickey, Associate in Applied Science Nursing, Associate in Science, Allied Health Sciences. Jamie Sue Hignite, Associate in Applied Science Nursing. Rebecca Michelle Kirk, Associate in Applied Science Nursing. Victoria Elizabeth Ann Lindsay, Associate in Applied Science Nursing. Jonathan Allen Parrish, Associate in Applied Science Nursing. Vinny Patel, Associate in Applied Science Nursing, Associate in Science, Allied Health Sciences. Madison Nicole Spears, Associate in Applied Science Nursing. Shasta Christine Tudor, Associate in Applied Science Nursing. Jordan Kelsey Vernon, Associate in Applied Science Nursing. Hope Zarabi, Associate in Applied Science Nursing. Scott Cahill, Bachelor of Technology, Information Technology, Cybersecurity, and Digital Forensics. Representing the School of Creative and Information Technologies, Assistant Dean Eileen Dewey. Jacob Church, Bachelor of Technology and Information Technology, Cybersecurity, and Digital Forensics. Bryce Curate, Bachelor of Technology, Information Technologies, Cybersecurity, and Digital Forensics. Ryan Lloyd Lemons, Bachelor of Technology, Information Technologies, Cybersecurity, and Digital Forensics. James Pierce Russell, Bachelor of Technology and Information Technology, Cybersecurity, and Digital Forensics. Andrew Lee Shahan, Bachelor of Technology and Information Technology, Cybersecurity, and Digital Forensics, an outstanding graduate. Brady Lee Spain, Bachelor of Technology, Information Technology, Cybersecurity, and Digital Forensics. Ernest Martin Woodruff, Bachelor of Technology and Information Technology, Cybersecurity, and Digital Forensics. Matthew Cole Vaughn, Bachelor of Technology, Information Technologies, Network Infrastructure. Briston Hilligoss, Associate in Applied Science, Graphic Design Technology. Tiffany Carberry, Associate in Applied Science, Information Technologies, and Outstanding Graduate. Raina Cherise Faulkner, Associate in Applied Sciences, Information Technologies. Kevin Aaron Franklin, Associate in Applied Science, Information Technologies. Oliver Garcia, Associate in Applied Science, Information Technologies. Michael Patrick, Associate in Applied Science, Information Technologies. Gerald Jaron Porter, Associate in Applied Science, Information Technologies. Rafi Yannicut, Associate in Applied Science, Information Technologies. Representing the School of Engineering and Construction Technologies, Dean Steve Olmsted, and this will be his last graduation in this capacity. He's retiring. I'm going to pronounce you first. Numan Chowdhury, Bachelor of Technology, Instrumentation, Engineering Technology. Levi Harper, Associate in Applied Science, Civil Engineering, Surveying Technologies. Trenton Peel, Associate in Applied Science, Civil Engineering, Surveying Technologies. Agustin Rubio, Associate in Applied Science, Civil Engineering, Surveying Technologies. Zachary Wayne Brightwell, Associate in Applied Science, Construction Technologies, Construction Management. Andrea Bratcher, Associate in Applied Science, Engineering Graphics and Design Drafting Technology, and Outstanding Graduate. Grant Ely, Associate in Applied Science, Engineering Graphics and Design Drafting Technologies. Jared Irwin, Associate in Applied Science, Engineering Graphics and Design Drafting Technologies. Trevor Dylan Grigg, Associate in Applied Science, Engineering Graphics and Design Drafting Technologies. Miguel Landaverdi, Associate in Applied Science, Engineering Graphics and Design Drafting Technologies. Caden Lewis, Associate in Applied Science, Engineering Graphics and Design Drafting Technologies, and Outstanding Graduate. Sophie Amoret Sawyer, Associate in Applied Science, Engineering Graphics and Design Drafting Technologies, and Outstanding Graduate. Melissa Ticante, Associate in Applied Science, Engineering Graphics and Design Drafting Technologies. Ty Braden Unger, Associate in Applied Science, Engineering Technologies, Electrical Electronic Technologies. Scott Belk, Associate in Applied Science, Engineering Technologies, Instrumentation Technologies. Caleb Floyd, Associate in Applied Science, Engineering Technologies, Instrumentation Technology. Charles Howard, Associate in Applied Science, Engineering Technologies, Instrumentation Technology. Jackson Rich, Associate in Applied Science, Engineering Technologies, Instrumentation Technology. Hang on. Okay, now you can go. Madison Kathy Lee Rodman, Associate in Applied Science, Engineering Technologies, Instrumentation Technology. Hunter Tonica, Associate in Applied Science, Engineering Technologies, Instrumentation Technology. Craig Eldon Ware Jr., Associate in Applied Science, Engineering Technologies, Instrumentation Technology. Brecken Olin Allen, Associate in Applied Science, High Voltage Line Technician. Devin Barnes, Associate in Applied Science, High Voltage Line Technician. Hang on. We're all proud of you. Ryan Matthew Brown, Associate in Applied Science, High Voltage Line Technician. Hector Castañeda, Associate in Applied Science, High Voltage Line Technician. Samuel Weston Dolan, Associate in Applied Science, High Voltage Line Technician. Don't do that to me. Okay. Gabriel Dominic, Associate in Applied Science, High Voltage Line Technician. It's okay. Nate Frazier, Associate in Applied Science, High Voltage Line Technician. Jacob Martin, Associate in Applied Science, High Voltage Line Technician. Stetson Renslow, Associate in Applied Science, High Voltage Line Technician. Samuel Reimer, Associate in Applied Science, High Voltage Line Technician. Tanner Scott, Associate in Applied Science, High Voltage Line Technician. Gavin Michael Roy Weatherly, Associate in Applied Science, High Voltage Line Technician. Hang on. Give me just a second. Okay. Levante Youngblood, Associate in Applied Science, High Voltage Line Technician. Yep. Ryland Todd Black, Associate in Applied Science, Industrial Maintenance Technologies, Natural Gas Compression Technologies. Hang on. Not yet. Okay, now. Roper Bolin, Associate in Applied Science, Industrial Maintenance Technologies, Natural Gas Compression Technologies. Drew Brown, Associate in Applied Science, Industrial Maintenance Technologies, Natural Gas Compression Technologies. Okay. Seth William Robert Campbell, Associate in Applied Science, Industrial Maintenance Technologies, Natural Gas Compression Technologies. Justin Wade Culp, Associate in Applied Science, Industrial Maintenance Technologies, Natural Gas Compression Technologies. Colton Dyer, Associate in Applied Science, Industrial Maintenance Technologies, Natural Gas Compression Technologies. Colby Gould, Associate in Applied Science, Industrial Maintenance Technologies, Natural Gas Compression Technologies, and Outstanding Graduate. Nathan Jack Hammonds, Associate in Applied Science, Industrial Maintenance Technologies, Natural Gas Compression Technologies. Garrett Halbert, Associate in Applied Science, Industrial Maintenance Technologies, Natural Gas Compression Technologies. Brendan Gage Hembry, Associate in Applied Science, Industrial Maintenance Technologies, Natural Gas Compression Technologies. Ricky Hubach, Associate in Applied Science, Industrial Maintenance Technologies, Natural Gas Compression Technologies. Jacob Honeycutt, Associate in Applied Science, Industrial Maintenance Technologies, Natural Gas Compression Technologies. Samuel Kennedy, Associate in Applied Science, Industrial Maintenance Technologies, Natural Gas Compression Technologies. Briar Norman, Associate in Applied Science, Industrial Maintenance Technologies, Natural Gas Compression Technologies, and Outstanding Graduate. Kais William Payne, Associate in Applied Science, Industrial Maintenance Technologies, Natural Gas Compression Technologies. Kenneth Troy Sutherland, Associate in Applied Science, Industrial Maintenance Technologies, Natural Gas Compression Technologies. Nathan Weaver, Associate in Applied Science, Industrial Maintenance Technologies, Natural Gas Compression Technologies. Luke Wilcox, Associate in Applied Science, Industrial Maintenance Technologies, Natural Gas Compression Technologies. Jesse Wood, Associate in Applied Science, Industrial Maintenance Technologies, Natural Gas Compression Technologies. Not yet. Okay. Cannon Brock Bailey, Associate in Applied Science, Pipeline Integrity Technology. In a minute. Haley Vivian Braden, Associate in Applied Science, Pipeline Integrity Technology. Hunter Russell Hack, Associate in Applied Science, Pipeline Integrity Technology, and Outstanding Graduate. Chase Hargrave, Associate in Applied Science, Pipeline Integrity Technology. Alexander Hazen, Associate in Applied Science, Pipeline Integrity Technology. Devin Matthew Kent, Associate in Applied Science, Pipeline Integrity Technology. Michael Cody Miller, Associate in Applied Science, Pipeline Integrity Technology. Trenton Shaw, Associate in Applied Science, Pipeline Integrity Technology, and Outstanding Graduate. Mason Smith, Associate in Applied Science, Pipeline Integrity Technology, and Outstanding Graduate. You okay? Oh, yeah. Okay. Representing the School of Transportation and Heavy Equipment, Dean Terrell Lindsay. Jimmy Blackman, Associate in Applied Science, Truck Technician. TJ Boswell, Associate in Applied Science, Truck Technician. Caleb Lynn Gregory, AKA Scruffy, Associate in Applied Science, Truck Technician. James Moran, Associate in Applied Science, Truck Technician. Caden Henry Muggenborg, Associate in Applied Science, Truck Technician. Justin Munch, Associate in Applied Science, Truck Technician. Michael Palomino, Associate in Applied Science, Truck Technician. Eric Visali, Associate in Applied Science, Truck Technician. Cole Allen West, Associate in Applied Science, Truck Technician. Jackson Wesley Winkle, Associate in Applied Science, Truck Technician, and the last graduate of the program.
That is so exciting to watch each of the graduates come across stage, and I just say to all the graduates, you certainly have made yourself proud today. Congratulations to all of you. I'd like to ask all the graduates to please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, as they move their tassels from right to left, I proudly present to you the 221st graduating class of OSUIT. I'm just going to comment, I rarely see this facility filled to capacity the way that it is today. Graduates, they're all here for you. I think it'd be appropriate if the graduates could give a nice round of applause to all of your supporters in attendance today. Dr. Pete Brown will now return to the podium. He's going to lead us in singing of the OSU Alma Mater hymn, and the words are in the back cover of your program.
All right, join with me as we sing our alma mater. Proud and immortal, bright shines your name, Oklahoma State, we herald your fame. Ever you'll find us loyal and true to our alma mater, OSU.
Thank you, Dr. Brown. I'd like to echo what Dr. Path said at the beginning of the ceremony. This is a proud day on campus, and we would like to thank each of you for your participation and your part in this formal graduation ceremony. Your presence this evening has made a very special event for everyone. The graduation ceremony has come to an end. Everyone is dismissed, and we wish you a safe trip home. Thank you again for your attendance and participation.